The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
How you guys doing today? Welcome to A Wrecking Ball version 6 overview part 3. Can you guys hear me? Good afternoon to you, sir. Mike in Alabama says loud and clear. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Or good evening, I should say to you, Mark. Appreciate you being here. Oops, sorry about that. Let me shut that guy off. We'll give it just a couple minutes. Let everybody get in here. Ken says it's perfect in Spain. We got another 4 inches of damn snow last night. What's happening, Silu? Yeah, we got another 4 inches of snow last night. I'm so over it. I'm so over it. It's just not even funny, you guys. I'm so sick of it. I hate it here. Hate the winter. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. There's absolutely nothing here for me in the winter. You know, I used to be a pretty active guy in the winter, you know, with the snowmobiles, and I used to do quite a bit of skiing. But after busting up legs and knees for most of my adolescent life, I can't do that yet. No, I have not shared the screen. There, now I did it. Appreciate that. My hater on Valentine's Day? No, absolutely not. But it snuck up on me, and I forgot about it until about an hour and a half ago. So, am I a hater? No. Does it get in the way? Yes. Of course, I'm kind of like that on Christmas and birthdays and everything. You know, I'm just a very, like, I have a real difficult time sitting on the couch and watching television. I feel guilty. I feel like I could be doing something productive. And it's, you know, it's the reason, it's a, you know, double-edged sword, because it's the reason I'm successful, but it also causes some issues. You know, I just have a very difficult time relaxing, and in the wintertime it's even worse. You know, in the summertime it's not as bad because I have my boat, and I have my bikes, and we have things that we do every summer that I look forward to, but in the wintertime there's just nothing for me except work, so that's what I do. You know, yeah, I didn't have a television either, Pete, for the first 20 years of my life. I actually didn't own a television set until I got married, and my wife thought I was absolutely nuts, you know, so, but yeah, I'm not much of a TV guy. There's a couple of shows that have their hooks into me. I never miss an episode of the Shark Tank, so I absolutely love that show. And then there's a couple of reality shows. I've really been well, I'll tell you a little story here. I've really been kind of stricken with the whole gold prospecting craze. I don't know if any of you out there are gold prospectors or not, but I happen to be a member of the Gold Prospectors Association of America, and a couple times a year I take a weekend trip to go look for the gold, if you will. Not that I have intentions of, you know, making a living, but it's kind of fun. You know, you get out in the woods, get your gold pan out and get down into the stream. It's pretty cool when you find some, you know, yeah, and at today's prices, it's pretty lucrative too. You don't have to find much to make a day's wage anymore. You know, you only got to find about a quarter ounce a day and you're in pretty good shape. So last year in Sturgis, when I was out there, we took the sluice box down and plunked it in Spearfish Canyon down in the stream. And I spent about 7-8 hours and just panning some different stuff and washed it through the sluice box. And I came up with about 3/4 of an ounce in about 6.5, 7 hours. So it's out there, you know, it's out there. But yeah, no intention of taking it professional by any means. So we'll get this going here. What we're going to cover today, just to recap, we're not going to be taking a whole lot of questions on these calls. What we wanted to do was just get some canned recordings in the members area that cover the basics of the new system. We do have the training videos in process that will be in depth and cover feature by feature, task by task. But what we wanted to do was give you guys enough information to go ahead and start using the version 6 while it's in beta here. We do know that there are a handful of bugs. So far, all of the bugs that you guys have been reporting, we've already known about, and they've all been fixed very, very quickly. So that will probably continue to be the case. We think we're on top of it, and we haven't seen any reports of anything new that we weren't aware of, things that weren't in process. So there is still a couple of bugs, but in our testing, everything is functioning at a basic level. So once the version 6 comes out of beta, if you're currently a version 5 user, you will be able to update to version 6 simply by clicking the update button from inside of your installation. If you would like to, you can go into the members area, and Eric will put a link to the chat, and you can download and install the version 6 on your server so you can start using it while you still have your version 5 up. If we are hosting your system and we did your installation on version 5, we will not be updating you to version 6 until it comes out of beta. At the time it comes out of beta, which we expect to be about another week, week and a half, we will also be enabling all of the version 6 customers across the shortcode. So right now, if you're in version 6, there's a drop-down for shortcode keywords. It is non-active, and that will be enabled soon, as soon as we come out of beta. We cannot risk a mistake on the shortcode because it will affect everybody. So we have to make sure that everything is shipshape and ready to go before we turn the shortcode on. So that's how this whole thing is going to play out. From the home screen here, this is what you see right after login. I'm going to click on My SMS Campaigns, and today we're going to take a look at viral, loyalty, and prospector campaigns. Okay, so we'll start with viral. Just click viral, and here you see there's a yellow bar that tells you either select an existing viral campaign, or you can create a new one by clicking here. You can also create a new campaign by clicking here. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to title this campaign Viral Demo. We're going to give this a keyword, and let's just give this a keyword of fish. And we'll say that this is going to be for a fish restaurant that delivers. And then we have our share keyword. The way a viral campaign works is the customer texts the keyword fish to get an offer that's set up in the system. A moment later, they get a second message that says, would you like an even better offer? Share this offer with 10 of your friends, 100 of your friends, however you set the system up. Text share to get started, or whatever keyword you put in this box. So we are, in fact, going to just put share in here, okay? And I'm going to click Save. This will take us down into the campaign setup, and we'll go over the basic features of the viral campaign style here, okay? So first of all, we go to step 1 here. We need to put in some messages, okay? Tracking info is the same as in version 5. This can be whatever you would like. If you're using SPS, this would correlate with the tracking number assigned to the client. Okay, so that's the same as version 5, and we'll have more specific information about that as we get along. Now, you don't have to put anything here. You can leave that blank. Once shortcode keywords are enabled, you'd be able to pick your shortcode keyword that you have registered over in the WootText platform right here. Okay? The campaign message, let me move my GoToWebinar box here. The campaign message is the first message that's going to go out after somebody texts in the word fish. Okay? So this is going to be, let's say, get 10% off your next delivery. I'm not going to worry about my spelling either. I know I'm going to spell some stuff wrong. Okay? So this would be the message that would go out right after somebody texts in the keyword fish. The if member message would be the message that would go out if somebody texts in the keyword fish that is already on the fish list. Okay? So typically this is going to be something like, sorry, only one deal per cell number. Okay? And from there, I gotta move this GoToWebinar again. From there, we would simply click the Save button. Now you can see that step is marked as completed, and we can move to step 2, okay? Here you can see here's our share keyword. The share message is the message that's going to go out after the campaign message. So this is going to be, would you like your next meal for free? Share this offer with 10 friends. And we'll hook you up. Okay? And then we're going to put in here text share to get started. Okay? So that offer, that offer is in fact going to go out a few moments after the initial campaign message. Okay? The share code message is the message once somebody texts in share, then they're going to get this message, which provides a unique code. So to do this, what we do is we're going to put a message in here that's going to go back to the customer and provide them the unique code that they need to share. Okay? And the way we do that is we're going to say send, and then we're going to use %code% to 10 of your friends and have them text it into this number. Okay, so now your customer would in fact, I think these save buttons are going away here, guys, because we don't need to save every text. We just need to save it up here. So those will be going away. They're still in there on this particular campaign. So what this is going to do is this is going to send a text message out that says send, and this is going to be a randomly generated code that's specific to that customer. So send XXXXX to 10 of your friends, have them text it to this number. Okay? The notification message is going to come back to the original person that this campaign is specific to. So the person that texted in fish, they got a message, then they got another message saying get your next meal free, text share to get started. They text in share. Then they get the code message with the code that they actually share with their friends. And then they're going to get this message that looks something like this. You only have, and we use % to go % more to get your free meal. So this is going to send them a text every time one of their friends texts in this unique code and let them know how many more friends they have, how many more friends need to text in the code for them to win their second offer. And that's what this to-go variable does. This is a countdown. So the first one of their friends that texts in this code, they're going to get this message that says you only have 9 more to go to get your free meal, assuming the winning number is in fact set at 10. That is set right here. So we'll put a 10 in here. So that means they need to get their friends to share 10 times to get their winner, to get their message. The winner message is the message that will go out to let them know that 10 of their friends have in fact taken them up on their offer. So this is going to be congrats, 10 of your friends have taken you up on your offer. Okay? I know, like I said, we're not going to police spelling too hard. So that would be the winner message, okay? From here, I think right now I actually need to click the individual save buttons. Like I said, this is going away. But just so it shows correctly, let me click these guys. And we're going to click save. Now you can see step 2 is in fact marked complete. Step 3 is simple as choosing a phone number. We're just going to pick the phone number we want to associate this campaign with. We'll grab this one. We'll click update. You can see that phone number's been assigned. We click save, and step 3 is completed. Okay, step 4, offer expirations. Now, some of these advanced features are being shuffled around just a little bit. So we're going to come back and cover advanced features like autoresponders, campaign forwarders, and things of that nature at a later date. However, we're going to cover steps 4 and 5 of this one right now. So for this one, we would enter, if we want to add, this is kind of backwards right now, and that's why we're moving it around. This should really be up in this area, okay? But what this is if we wanted to pass an expiring date into our campaign, we would enter how many days from the day that they texted in right here. And then, let me just save that. You can see that's active now. So if we come back up to the deal sharing messages, or actually the campaign messages, we can come in here and right now we have a message, get 10% off your next delivery. Now we can do this. Expires, and we can go percent, date, percent. And what that's going to do is when the customer gets this text message, it's going to say get 10% off your next delivery, expires, because we put a 3 down here in the offer expiration, okay? Then because today is February 14th, this would actually read on the phone February 17th, okay? So we'll be moving that up into this box so it's a little more logical. Right now, that's where it is, and that's what it does. The campaign option for winner office notification is pretty self-explanatory. If we turn this on, we can send either a text, an email, or make a robo-voice call, and we can now select the accent and whether it's a male or a female voice. We'll just say, actually, let's do an email. So this is going to send an email to whoever you want to receive the notification of a winner. So this would be the mail address that you would want the email to go to. This is going to be the from, so we'll just put the WBSMS system. The email subject would be you have a new winner. Like that. And then in this email message, this would be the body of the email, and it would say something like, you have a new winner on your percent keyword percent. So that's going to tell them that it's on the fish list, and their phone number is, and then we go percent phone number percent. So that's going to send an email out that tells them they have a new winner on the fish list and their cell phone number is this. Okay? That's what that does. Now those variables can be used whether it's an email, an SMS, or a robo-voice, and then we just click save. At this point, the campaign is in fact ready to go and live. Now, we can add autoresponders, and we'll also be adding the reply with name and reply with email features to this just like anything else. You can see if I click yes and save this, and then come down to the autoresponders. Now down here, we can go ahead and add any autoresponders that we would want, and we can add as many as we want. Okay? Once we have them added, let's just put one in. Let's just call this one AR follow-up. And we're going to set that to go out. We put a 0 in here, and then we'll set it to go out 120 minutes later. If we leave this alone, let me back that out of there. This may not work now that I've done that. Yeah, it's not going to work. If I put a number in here, there we go. If we put a number in here, it will go out 3 days later, and we can pick the time. If we put a 0 in here, then this field opens up, and we can put in the number of minutes later we want it to go out. So we'll set that to 120 minutes, and this would be, you know, thanks for eating at the seafood place. Please give us a review by texting review. And from here we can trigger one of our SM schema review gathering campaigns, right? Pretty cool. Now we can also add expiration days into the autoresponder message by putting a 3 here, and once again using %date % in this message. And if we save that, now you can see that message is in fact saved in the autoresponders. If we come back up here, we can turn that back off, and that'll go away. So that's how that works. All right. Any quick questions on the viral campaign style that we can answer? Otherwise, we'll keep moving.
Yeah, unless they've been keeping it to themselves, everybody's been pretty quiet. So I think you're actually doing a pretty good job explaining.
That's because I do such a badass job of explaining things. Just a little.
That probably is the reason.
That probably is the reason, right? Just a little shameless self-promotion for myself there, guys. Yeah, badass with 2 Ds. Exactly, Bob. Let's move on to the loyalty campaign. Loyalty campaigns are set up. This is your text message punch card type of system, okay? So what this is designed to do is allow customers to text in keyword of the day, keyword of the week, whatever the case may be, and earn a loyalty reward, okay? So every 5th car wash is free, every 5th Subway sandwich is free, whatever the case may be. Now, we've already made some improvements to this system over the version 5. In version 5, the loyalty only let you assign a keyword for a single day. You had to have a different keyword every day. We've changed that now and given you a date range that a keyword can be active, and they can now overlap. In version 5, you couldn't do that. For version 7, we're looking at a points tracking and spending system in the loyalty that will allow your customers to earn points and spend points all via text message. So for instance, you know, like when the kids go to the Chuck E. Cheese, they earn the tickets, and then they can go redeem the tickets for that stupid 3-cent Chinese crap that we overpay for. You'll be able to do the same thing. So the bar would be able to have waitresses give out QR codes or certain keywords. People would text those in. They'd earn X number of points, and then the customer or patron could spend 10 points to get a free baseball hat from the bar. So that will be coming in version 7. We'll start developing that as soon as version 6 comes out of beta. Let's set up a new loyalty campaign and show you how this works. So we're going to just give this, we'll call this one points, for lack of a better name here. The client name and office phone number is currently duplicated in this first window. And so I'm just going to save that with those blank because I can add them in right here, okay? Or down here. As we get into it, you'll see it. So you can enter them up top, or you can enter them down here. Right now it doesn't matter. They will be going away from that very first light box. Like all of our other campaigns, we can enter any tracking information for this campaign. And then this would be the winning number. So if we want it every 5th check-in, we would set this to 5. If we wanted them to win every 10th check-in, we'd set it to 10. Okay? Right here, this will be the message that they're going to get when they've won a reward. Okay, so let's just put in here, you win, show this text to the cashier to redeem your offer. And then let's put in here expires percent, date, percent. Okay? The loser message is something along the lines of thanks for checking in. You only have percent to go, percent visits left to earn a free car wash. You guys get the idea. Obviously, you're going to change that up based on what the offer is, right? The wrong keyword message is the message that will go out if somebody tries to text in a keyword of the day that is no longer active. Okay, so if they try and text in yesterday's keyword and that keyword is set for only one day, they're going to get this message. Okay, so this is going to be something like, sorry, but that keyword is no longer active. Longer active. Please stop in to get today's keyword and buy something while you're there, you cheap SOB. All right? Something like that. You probably don't want to use this exact phrasing, but you get the idea. The if member message is only going to allow them, this is the message that they're going to get if they've already texted in the keyword of the day. So this would be something like, sorry, you can only enter that keyword once, you cheap SOB. I'm in kind of a mood today, so we're going to roll with it. From there, I'm going to click Save. And you can see step 1 is marked complete. And now, the minute we come down and choose a phone number, we'll grab this one and click Save. Our campaign is in fact live. Once again, we have a campaign option of offer expiration. This will be moved up into step 1 where it makes more sense. But because I have already used percent date percent in my message, I can put a 3 in here, and now that is set for 3 days. This campaign option, double opt-in, this is where our reply with name and reply with email messages are going to be. That's being moved around, so we're going to come back and look at that on an advanced, on probably tomorrow's call, where we'll come back and put all of these things, these advanced options. We'll show you exactly how to do that, okay? Let's see. The winner office notification, this is going to work just like in the viral and other campaigns that require it. We can send an SMS, an email, or a robo-voice. In case of an SMS, we'd send it to a phone number, and we'd put the message in here. You have a new winner. And we can use percent phone number, percent, and percent keyword, percent just like in the other notifications. And when we click Save, now you can see that's active. Like I said, advanced campaign options, we will be coming back to these at a later date, probably on tomorrow's call. So now the campaign is in fact live. However, we still need to enter our keyword list. For the loyalty campaign, we do that right here. We click on the Loyalty Keywords tab. Now, we can either import a CSV with keywords of the day or week, or we can add them one by one. By clicking this button, we can download a sample CSV so we can get the format. For this example, I'm just going to add these in, okay? So here is our start date. Let's say this one's good yesterday through tomorrow, okay? So now we've set this one to be good for 3 days. Enter the keyword right here. Now we can also do this with shortcode keywords once the shortcode's enabled. I don't think most of you will probably use that for this campaign, but we have a couple of ideas and a couple of reasons why you may want to. And we'll get into that once we're into some advanced training on the shortcode. We're just going to say the keyword for this day is day 1. And let's add that in. Now you can see here it is right here. It reports the number of times texted in. And of course we can come in here and we can edit that date and resave it. So what we've allowed you to do is specify how long that keyword is good for. And you couldn't do that on the version 5. On the version 5, one keyword was good for 1 day only. So now we've allowed you to specify this time interval. So now we can add another one. And let's just put this one in as day 2. And setting this to overlap is no problem whatsoever. So now you can see we have day 2. And we do in fact have this day 2 keyword running inside of the day 1. Okay? Does everybody understand that with the date range? Does that make sense to everybody? So that's the basic loyalty or punch card style campaign. Like I said, we will get into the more advanced campaign options which apply to all campaigns, such as triggers, autoresponders, campaign forwarders, as we get onto the advanced call. Okay? Jennifer says it makes sense. Why would you want to have them overlapping? I'm not saying you will. You don't have to do that at all. For instance, if I want to set the day 1 keyword to be good for today only, I would just set the start date and the end date for today. The day 2 keyword would be good tomorrow, so we'd set the start date and the end date for the 15th. There are certain situations where you may want to have a keyword. You may want to have a keyword of the week, not a keyword of the day. You may want to have a keyword of the month, you know. So that's why we put the date range in. You can obviously use this on a keyword of the day basis where each keyword is good for 1 day only. You can also generate a QR code instantly by clicking this link, and that'll generate a QR code for each keyword of the day. And when you scan that, it will pre-populate the text message, so all the person has to do is click send. Cool? Cool. All right, moving on. The Prospector. This is your $1,000 a day campaign, guys, designed for realtors, auto dealers, or any stock number-based texting system that you would want to be able to run. Okay? There is reporting coming. We will get into that at a little later date, Dale. But yes, you'll be able to create reports across all of these campaigns. And that will be finished up here as we get farther down the line. Excuse me, guys, I'm choking. So the Prospector, this is where your $1,000 a day type of system is, where somebody's going to text in an MLS number or a specific stock number of an automobile to receive a link with a virtual tour or virtual test drive or more information, whatever the case may be. Okay, step 1, we're simply going to title the campaign. I should create a new one. Sorry about that. Let's give this a title, and let's just call this Prospector. And let me hit save. You can see that campaign now shows up right here, and it says right here we are in fact editing the Prospector campaign. Okay. Yeah, Brad, this is still being this is in the process. There's still like 2 or 3 campaigns where we have not plugged in that content yet. So that's not editable as of right now. However, we are putting together a WYSIWYG editor that will allow you to edit all of that content. Okay.
Yeah, the only reason we didn't is because this one in particular and a few of the others were changing so quickly, so we didn't want to put incorrect info in that description on top.
Exactly. So now I'm in the Prospector campaign. You can see step 1's already marked completed because it basically duplicates that front light box. That's just a little bit of efficiencies that we need to clean up. So step 1 is already done for you. Step 2, same as the other campaigns. We're going to grab a phone number, click Update, click Save. And now you can see step 2 is completed. The campaign option, Office Notification. This is going to be the notification of a new lead, okay? And once again, just like all the other campaigns, we can go ahead and put our message in here and phone number. And this robotext, this will get read, so the system will make a phone call to this number and read, you have a new lead looking at property percent, keyword percent, and their cell number is percent, phone number percent. So now when the system makes that call, it's going to say, it's actually going to speak into the phone. You have a new lead looking at property 1234556, and their cell number is 555-123-45678. Okay, and we click Save, and that's now active. Campaign options, keywords and messages. This is probably the most important part of the Prospector style campaign. You can see we've set this up in a table view, just like we have the other places that require multiple keywords and multiple campaigns to be brought up, right? So we can download a sample CSV, we can import all of this via spreadsheet, or we can add them individually. So in this case, let's say the MLS number is 123456. You can do this with shortcode keywords. I don't think many of you will use this campaign style with shortcode keywords, but it's possible that you will. So we did include that here. As we get into shortcodes a little bit later, we'll be explaining some of the reasons to do that. The text going back out, because keep in mind that your customer's texting in this, and let's just say this is an MLS number. So the text going back out would be something like, here's a link to your virtual tour, and then this is going to be, a YouTube link. All right, and we would save that. So now you can see that saved, and from here, obviously, we can click the pencil, and we can edit that. We can change out the keyword and do anything that we would need to do. If I save that, we can also generate a unique QR code for that campaign simply by clicking the QR code link. Okay, so this is substantially more efficient than the way the version 5 handled the prospector style campaigns. Does that make sense to everybody? Perfect. Okay. Eric, do we have any questions about those 3 campaign styles? I'll take a handful of questions about these 3 campaigns. Like I said, on tomorrow's call, we will start getting into advanced features, and these calls will continue on over the next handful of days, and we'll talk about schedulers and web forms, adding credits, adding phone numbers, and all of those kinds of things. We wanted to get these first 3 recordings in the members area so you guys had some frame of reference for the different campaign styles in version 6. So we'll take a couple of questions about viral, loyalty, or prospector campaigns.
Could you touch on, Dave, there was a couple questions when you were on the loyalty about issues whether friends can share keywords. Can you go ahead and give a couple minutes on your thoughts on that? Or
well, I guess I don't quite understand the question. The loyalty, that's what you want, is you want people, what's going to happen is when I send, if you're my buddy, and I get an offer where I need to send out my unique code, right? So I'm going to text Eric my code, and tell him, text this unique code into 555-555-1234, and you'll get 10% off your next pizza. When Eric texts in that unique code, he's going to get the campaign message, which is right here. Let me expand this. Oh, I got to move the go-to box. So when Eric texts in my unique code, he's going to get the campaign message. Oh, that's a bug. That's a new one. I haven't seen that yet. Let me grab that real quick. Eric's going to get this message that tells him to text in the code that I gave him. Now, when he does that, right, he's going to get this message. Then he's going to get the share message, which, it's down lower in the same screen, sorry. So a few moments later, I'm on loyalty. Is that what the question's about, loyalty or viral? Am I talking about the wrong thing here? Eric, was that question about loyalty or viral?
Loyalty.
Okay, I gotcha.
Loyalty, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I gotcha. My bad. So the question about loyalty is we're worried that the keyword of the day is going to be shared to your buddies, right? That's the deal.
Yeah.
It's not an issue, you guys. Anything that will put asses in the seats, right? Anything that's going to bring people to a business. If they're giving away a free cup of coffee, they're giving away whatever, a free car wash, something like that, just to get people on the property. I don't know any business owner that wouldn't be willing to give that away. I don't think you're going to have, and this has come up many, many times, and nobody has yet to show me a logical real-world example of where this is a problem. People bring it up. We've talked about it ad nauseum on various webinars. But the bottom line is if you get a guy who tells 2 of his friends, hey, text this keyword in today, and actually takes them through all 10 keywords every day for 10 days so they win a free car wash, what's the end result? You got somebody else, a new customer, onto the property by giving away a car wash. Well, I don't know any business owner that wouldn't be willing to do that. Nobody's going to be giving away flat screen televisions or laptops using this campaign, right? They're going to be giving away a free cup of coffee, a free sandwich, a free car wash, which they would probably be more than happy to do it anyway to get a new customer onto the lot. You see what I'm saying? So it's just not an issue. And if you're using the loyalty, that's a great point, Stefan. If you're using the loyalty to give away a discount on something, then it's a non-issue completely. But I have yet to have any real-world business owners tell me that this is a problem. And I have yet to have anybody show me in a real situation where it's a problem. So if somebody can demonstrate a live campaign where they've got feedback from a business owner that's truly worried about it, we can find a way to address it. But I would tell you to tell that business owner to pull the stick out of his ass and get over it, because you did your job and, in fact, got him a new customer, which is what your job is. So if the business owner is afraid to give away a sandwich to get a new customer, that's probably a business owner you don't want to be working with anyway, right? That's my take on it, and that's my opinion on it. So also, with the winner lead notifications, it's going to be real obvious if you get a spike one day and you get 10 teenagers coming in and sharing to get a free cup of coffee, right? It's just not going to happen, guys. You know, nobody's going to give away every 5th car wash. It's going to be every 12th or every 10th. And the likelihood of somebody sharing all 12 messages with a buddy is pretty minimal. It just really is. So there's some power there that could be abused. I really don't think it's a problem. I really don't think it's a problem. Yeah, Stefan, check with them and find out what they say. But in my opinion, if I own a coffee house and I get somebody in the door to get a free cup of coffee that wouldn't have come in otherwise, well, my marketing needs to stand on its own. So while they're in there getting that free cup of coffee, I'm going to sell them a slice of banana bread. Or I'm going to sign them up for a bigger deal, or sell them a coffee mug, or sell them something else, right? So if I'm afraid of giving away a cup of coffee because my marketing is so weak that I'm worried somebody's going to come in, get the free cup of coffee, and walk out, well, then my problem is not that free cup of coffee. My problem is I don't have a marketing plan to properly upsell that new customer. That's where I'm at with it. So as of now, and we've had this since April, I haven't had any problems with it in the real world. So yeah. Right, David says make you a hole and push you in. What's a compliment? Don't diddle around, tell it like it is. Yeah, you guys know me. I don't pull any punches. If it's crap, I'm going to tell you it's crap. So I wouldn't be doing justice to all of you guys on my customer base if I didn't tell it like it is. So if that's a little too gruff for you, I apologize. But I would hope that you would appreciate the honesty. Any other questions about these 3 campaign styles, Eric, that we can address real quick, like?
Well, I think you had him captivated again, so I guess we can give him a last chance to get any through here. I tried to get as many as I could just through the chat too.
Okay.
So if you guys have any more, let us know, and we've got a couple more minutes here.
Yep.
To give you.
And then tomorrow we'll be covering these advanced campaign features, campaign forwarding, campaign triggers, all of those kinds of things. Does displaying the QR code write the image to the clipboard? No, it doesn't, Robert, but that's a good idea. Eric, we should make a note of that when somebody displays one of these QR codes, when they click that, we should just have, that should automatically copy to the clipboard of the computer. That's a good idea. We'll get that one in there, Robert. That's a good one.
Yeah, I got a bunch of notes.
All right. What else we got? Give me a couple. We got 5 minutes here. We can take 2 questions. Otherwise, guys, if we miss your question, you all know where to find us at support@wreckingballmobile.com. And next week, we'll be starting just pure Q&A webinars for the version 6. too. So right now we just want to get you in here, get you playing with it, get you comfortable with it. Most of the questions that you have, if you spend 10 minutes playing with the system and do a couple of tests with your phone, you're going to be able to figure out the answer. So if we miss your question, we will have Q&A webinars all next week as well. So.
Yeah, there were quite a few that popped up at the very end, but I'm trying to get the best couple that we can here at the end here.
Okay.
The notification, JR, on the viral campaign is when somebody ends up getting, the 10 or 50 shares or whatever they were required to get. Then that notification will be sent out to whoever you put in.
Unless he's talking about the winner notification.
Right, that's what he meant.
Yes, this would get emailed to the office that you have a new winner. Okay. Bob, you will be able to duplicate campaigns. We don't have that in on these last three, but if I come over here and show you this, you will be able to click that checkbox and copy a campaign and just give it a new title. So that will be on all campaign styles as well. Let's see. Do we have to wait until it goes live before updating? No. If you guys are seeing an update button inside of your admin, it shows up right here. You can see that we are currently up to date, so there's no button showing. But if you're seeing an update button right here, go ahead and push it. Okay, and that'll bring you up to date on the system. Right now, there's an update practically every day as we beat the bugs out of the system. So when you go into your Manage tab, there will be an update button right here that you can just push, and that will update your system automatically. And of course, we can always get back to the front end side of it by pushing the Home button, and then we get back to our campaigns by pushing My SMS Campaigns. I'll note this too, all of your campaigns that are set up are listed right here, and you can go directly to them simply by clicking on the campaign title.
And Dale, right now, he was actually asking about from 5 to 6 with the update, but
Okay.
the update from version 5 is not available yet. We have the installation files where you can download and install this beta version on your own server. But as far as updating from version 5, we're going to get this out of beta before we, make that available through an update.
Yeah, so once this is out of beta, Dale, you'll be able to just push the update button in your version 5. Michael, I see you're getting an error message. Right about now, this time of day, is when our programmer is updating the file set. So I would say give it a half hour and try it again, because you're probably mid-update right now as he's updating that file set that it's trying to pull from. So give it just a little bit of time. If that error persists into late afternoon, please submit a bug, WBSMS bug support ticket. That would be fantastic. But I strongly suspect that if you give it just another 30 minutes or so here, that error will go away as they finish updating that file set. Let's see. Could I go back to where you were demonstrating something earlier that went back to the loyalty question? This is the loyalty screen. This is the campaign that we just set up. I don't know exactly what we wanted me to look at. Jennifer says, how do we manage different customers in the system? That's done on the admin. We do have a video up in the members area, and once if from the home screen, you click on Manage. This takes you into the admin system. From here, you can click on the Manage Client Account tabs, and here's where you can manage all of your client accounts. You can log into their system and edit the client account, all of the information that you need, and you just click Save, and that should work. They're updating this right now. That's why that one didn't work. So, but that's where you do it. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up, get this recording zipped up and in the members area. Tomorrow, same Wrecking Ball time, same Wrecking Ball channel. We'll cover some more advanced features, and then we'll be going into the advanced stuff over the next couple of days. Next week we'll be doing peer Q&A webinars. So we're going to keep doing this on a daily basis, or at least every other day, until everybody has an opportunity to get all of your questions answered. So we will absolutely make sure that we get everything answered. We just want to take it in bite-sized chunks so everybody can absorb the information. Okay? Tomorrow night, I'll address that one real quick. We've got a couple of things going on tomorrow night. We're going to talk about some initial templates for campaigns that we know Jason's going to dive headfirst into next week. Next week for the 30-day challenge is going to be extremely intense, and we're going to get into the good stuff, prospecting and actually getting some clients signed up. So tomorrow night we'll be setting up some campaigns, and then over in the Facebook group, there was an interesting post today, as a matter of fact I have it up, let me find it right here, about how to use SMS service for a buddy that runs a DJ service by Art. And I've got some pretty good ideas. This is kind of an interesting one, so I wanted to beat up on this idea a little bit more tomorrow night too, because I've got some ideas and I've never been hit with this one before, about a DJ service. So we're going to talk about some creative ways to integrate texting into that DJ service, both for customer acquisition and as a value-added service. So I want to talk about that live in the Thursday Think Tank and kind of brainstorm that and kick that one around and see if we can't all figure out a way to help Art out. I've got some great ideas, but I'm sure you guys do too. So we'll be doing that tomorrow night, and watch your email for an update on that. So with that said, Eric, unless you've got anything else that you need to say, let's wrap this up and we'll get the recording processed and in the members area and talk to everybody tomorrow.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks for being here, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Very profitable tomorrow. And take your wife out for dinner, for God's sakes. Talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye.